Okay, this is just a walkthrough on the 1968 Dodge Rambler 290 V8 engine. I'll start with the engine. So it actually has a brand new Holley 600 vac secondary carburetor on it. Everything else is pretty stock, obviously air filter. Just had to get a brand new battery because the battery in it was stuffed, so just bought that to get it back from Lloyd's auction. Does have an oil leak, and I'm not sure where that's from. I mean, there's a little bit of oil there, but it's quite a major one. There's quite a lot that comes out of it. I reckon it's probably the sump. Most of these airbag cars, you know, they drop them and it drops on the sump and cracks the seal, or damages the sump or bends the sump, and you get it that way. So I just haven't had time to get under there, have a real look at it and see what it is. When you go up a big hill, then it obviously touches the exhaust or something, and you end up getting smoke coming out the bonnet if you pull up not long after going up a big hill or anything like that. Reverse cow scoop, so it's all been put in. Now the bonnet is painted different colour. Obviously the green and the black is a vinyl wrap, so it gives you a bit of an idea. Bumper chrome, beautiful. Everything here, nothing really to worry about. There is some rust bubbles, as you can see right there, and that continues across on that side. The other side's fine. There's a blister in the fiberglass. Don't know if that'll come up just there, just obviously from the heat. Brand new Riddler rims. I just got them imported in from the States. I do have the stock wheels, which, as I've said, I'd sell for $1,000 cheaper without these wheels. I like these wheels, and I know I'll be able to put them on something else. All the chrome's good. Inside the car, this is the tears in the seat. Other than that, interior is pretty good. Hood lining, everything's all good. Missing sun visor on the driver's side. Dash is all good. One crack there. Everything else is all pretty fine. Carpets, okay. Not too bad in the front. The back's a bit shitty. That's just your airbag gauges, all that sort of stuff. No broken glass. Seat belts, has all seat belts, all that sort of stuff. Door cards are all really nice, in tip-top condition. I'll go around and show them. This is that rustos in the door. You can see one bit there is probably the worst. It is actually a weld job. The rest of it's all surface rusting. I'll come back into the back. Rubbers are all, I mean, they work, they're good, and they don't let too much in, but, you know, they're no show car condition. No rust in this door at all. Carpets here. Doesn't really show up, but yeah, you can see there it's starting to get light. I mean, you could just paint it black if you want to and get away with it. I just haven't doctored it or touched it. About the only way you can see that it's a vinyl wrap is the overlap on the roof there. Inside the boot, all good, no rust. And the same on the, you can't really see, but there's no rust really. It's obviously a bit of surface rust, but nothing to worry about. Airbags, tank, pump on one side, pump on the other. Now this pump here, you can see it's got rust or shit all over it. I bought the car and that was disconnected, as you can see. So it does just run the one pump. I don't know why, but I'm picking that water's hit that and it stuffed that pump up. So it still works and everything, but obviously it's slow and it can run out of power on one side and, you know, stuff you around and piss you off with that sort of stuff. But yeah, it all still goes up and down. It's just a slow thing. As soon as you get the pump, another pump, I'm betting that that'll fix it all up. So that's just dirt. which really needs to be cleaned out so it doesn't rust up in there. I don't know what else is in there. And the other side. So floor pan's awesome. Being the Australian built, they have with the indicators. Aussie had to put the indicators in there. One thing I hated, I'd love to take those indicators out and turn it into an American style with them just off the brake lights there. Back bar again, chrome's beautiful. No rust, hard to see, but good. Door cards again, perfect. No rust. Oh, sorry, that one's, yeah, it's got just surface rust. And no rust. That's it all there, so I'll start her up. Now I've just picked it up from Lloyd's. For some reason it's running on 7. I don't know what's going on. One of the leads was sitting on the exhaust, so whether it got too hot, I just warmed the car up because it does take a while to warm because I don't have a choke on it, and thought that might fix it, but no. And then it got too hot for me to fuck around with it, so I couldn't be bothered trying to fix it while it's all hot in there. So I'll have a look at that, but I'll get that fixed anyway because it's just going to be a leader, you know, plug or something stupid, because it was running perfect when I took it to Lloyd's. So that's it there. And you can see, oh, you probably can't see, but it's fuel he has because it's running on those 7, not the 8, so it's running a bit of fuel in it. You can hear there, it's just got that miss, so something's not right. E-levels. I'll show you where it's standing at the moment. The back's pretty far down as it is. Yeah, she's sitting on the ground. So yeah, that's about it really. I'll just take that off. And the self-level kit starts bringing it back up. So there's an easy way to stop that if you do want to cruise down the road and play with your bags. This is just a legal thing in Queensland that they must be connected to the handbrake. The E-level system is one of the only ones I know of that you can actually get legalised in Queensland, so it does make it a good system. If ever the car's sold in Queensland, people want to put a mod plate on it. 850 is a quote I've had to get it mod plated, but it's got everything it needs. So if you want to run it with the bags on, because this is now mute, won't work while there's no handbrake on. So one click, and you're away again, and you can do what you want. So yeah, so that's about it. Any other questions, feel free to ask me and I'll help where I can.